7 feet wide.
Like that? Oh, hey.
Ah.
It's in.
Just move. Control.
And we are online.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. This is Catherine Koslick and Michael Dobbs.
Indeed.
And Mike Sell here operating all of your scoreboard equipment at the Potomac Curling Club at the National Capital Curling Center.
And we are starting the 7 p.m. draw tonight of the GNCC Men's Club Playdowns. Broadcasting here from Sheet Bravo. And we've got Team Petrov versus Team Shaw this evening. Team Shaw, of course, if you've been listening to our broadcast, consists of Melvin Shaw as the skip, Pete Morelowitz as vice, Stephen Enigson as second, and Joe Rockenbach as lead. Team Petrov, Ivo Petrov is the skip.
Or? Really?
And they had a lineup change earlier today. Don Arsenal is vicing.
It's totally
Mark
in, I
Mooney
think.
is throwing lead, and I think Don Jajan is second.
Actually, John is the throwing vice. And
John is vice, okay.
John is going to throw second.
That's what it was. All right.
Jeff, we will be covering Sheet A. As you can see on the side of our screen, we will keep you up to date, and you will be able to follow the line scores on Curling Zone. And if we see some important critical shots coming up, we will swing over to bring you that important game between Faircloth and Bialik.
Yes, if you guys have questions, just let us know, write in, comment, and we'll bring you as many updates, score updates, play updates as we can. In a little while, David Baxter will be joining us on the mics.
Control! Control!
Control weight hit here for Steven.
Right off. Right off.
He's looking to go right in and hit it. Nice shot, Steven.
Excuse me. You just call him Ron Jeremy?
Don is up for Team Petrov now.
Okay. I would have swore you just called him Ron Jeremy.
Also doing a hit on Steven's rock
good
there
rock.
in the 8-foot. Hey, Sean. We've got a few viewers so far.
Good shot, Don. Do you want to try this way or you like this way still? Come this way. Control. Close. Clean. Clean.
So it looks like on
Right off.
had requests for updates on sheet A.
Like any curl at all? There we go. Nice shot.
Oh, hey, David, we need to turn you up. Here we go.
Put me all the way up.
There we go. Not just yet. We had to
Maybe
change
lay
the
one in the
TV,
crotch
so.
here.
So now I think we can see the TVs and give an update on A. Oh.
I think we need to turn Melvin's microphone down a bit. Is it this one?
On A, Faircloth is yellow. They're sitting 3 right now. And
Whoa! You're good.
Team
Whoa,
Violet just did a
right off.
hit and took out one of those 3 yellows, but Faircloth is still sitting 2.
Ah, we lost it. Okay. Good shot.
Over here, on sheet B, the guard attempt or the draw attempt for Team Shaw came up late and in front of the 2 guards belonging to Team Petrov, who are now going to. Looks like they're going to attempt to run back here of their guard to the shots.
Yes, Jeff, the ice mics are loud. We can hear them very well in our headsets here.
Yeah. Sometimes too well. Very nice shot. Run back was executed by Team Petrov. Now, looks like the call is probably the run back double here.
David, if you missed it earlier, so we have the lineup for Petrov, but they've changed it.
Oh.
So we've got John is vicing, right, Mike?
Yeah,
and
yes,
then Don is throwing second.
I don't know which one to say.
Yes.
Yeah, and Mark is throwing lead rocks. So.
Very good.
Hey, nice shots. Almost looks like you know what we're doing.
Very nice run back there by Team Relevance. Gets rid of the red shots down. Got 3 guards out front here now, and the call for Team Petrov is to draw around the guards behind cover.
So right now it looks like Team Bielek is sitting 1 on sheet A. They've got hammer.
Can we follow
The draw
actually, right here is really good.
Team Petrov comes past the T line. It is fully behind cover. But there's room here for Team Shaw to follow that rock down. I'm sure they would prefer to stay above the T line, but
Alright guys, let's play curling.
The stone, which I think is binding the
we're going to draw to the top 4. Okay.
Yeah, so Team Bielek on sheet A has hammer.
A little sluggish.
And Petrov has hammer, of course, on B.
We have the backer. So
we have a lot of requests for sheet A information, game information.
There's nothing important going on sheet A, though. I don't understand why people are interested in that game.
Hey, that's a really bad shot.
And Melvin stating the obvious there.
Right.
He's good at that.
Melvin giving us his critical opinion.
It's his professional opinion of his shot there.
That was not super good. Not super good.
He's still giving us his opinion
of his shot, right?
Yeah, Melvin needs to get his shooters in line there.
He does.
He's not going to tolerate anyone on his team throwing a shot like that.
No, especially not himself.
This is what we call leading by example.
As a good leader does.
Absolutely.
And
Speaking of a good leader, here's Evo. He's going to attempt the same draw, only higher in the rings.
Yep. There's 31 in the back of the 8.
And Stephen Enigson, the second for Team Shaw, is certainly not disappointing with this draw again with his wild hair.
His hat hair, yeah.
It's just amazing. I've seen him now, I think it's probably 4 straight draws, and it's gotten progressively worse. Actually, this is a little more tame.
Yeah. I would say it's a little.
This evening, I'm not sure what happened here, but the last draw, especially this afternoon, of course, he's making it worse just by running his hand through it. But the last draw, I mean, it was out of control.
It was. It looks a little bit more tame. I think either the hat's been on longer or he put some water in it or something.
Right. Yeah. Something changed along the way. We're not sure what, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure our crack investigative team will get on that right away and let you know before the game's over.
Like
we'll do a quick interview during the 5th end break.
There you go.
Cool. I want to roll in. Come across the face a little bit. Close.
Is Melvin trying a hit and roll here, David?
That would appear to be what they're trying.
Doesn't look like it's coming in far enough.
And
it
may
didn't.
get the double, though. No, he
No,
If you're going to play that double.
That would have been a good plan B.
Would have been, a couple seconds
maybe
ago.
Yeah, it may have been a pretty good plan A, actually.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got more of a nose hit than he wanted, so the Yellowstone is fully exposed and
yeah, they're kind of hanging out there.
for Petrov to make a nose hit and score 2 here.
But, yeah. I thought maybe I set it out on the release. It wasn't really dead straight forever. It wasn't until the very end.
Did you introduce the team, Catherine?
The broadcasting
team
team.
broadcast?
We did. When you came online, did you introduce yourself?
No, I didn't. So I was just going to say that this is one of the things that I love. Oh, sorry, David Baxter here. One of the things I love to do here at the club when I'm not curling is talk about it, and mostly, well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, I've had the pleasure of helping to do the broadcasts that the Potomac Curling Club has put on since the very first broadcast.
Since the inception,
That's
right?
right.
When was our first broadcast?
Our very first broadcast was a live remote from the Rochester Curling Club during the Dykes that was done three years ago, I want to say.
Okay.
It was my last Dykes.
Okay.
And we had a Potomac death match on sheet 2 with Spartacus against Team McNeil.
Right, okay. I
And we
remember
decided,
that.
and of course Kim Belf, who is now a member of Broomstones, was part of our club, and was trying to figure out a way that maybe we could, put something together in terms of being able to see it, because it was also the first year that Joe Calabrese was doing the real webcasting, also at Rochester on the sheet beside us. So we just decided we were going to try to do our own little thing. And what he did was he put together an iPhone, a microphone that you put through the headphone jack, and we put the
like this, maybe.
we put the iPhone up against the
on the glass.
the window on top of a styrofoam cup. And Shane Pinter and I sat here and did the commentary for the death match, which was probably one of the most ridiculous games I've ever seen in my life. Shot after shot after shot missed, and so it was a ton of fun to talk about, and that's where it all started. So I mean, I really love doing this, and the other main reason why I do it is that they actually consider this to be work here at the club,
roll it.
and so they'll feed me and give me free drinks. So why wouldn't someone want to do it?
Want to?
Exactly. But anyway, I'm here at the table with one of my favorite people on earth, Catherine, and
Thank
Mike.
you, David.
You're welcome, and Mike as well, who is not one of my favorite people on earth. And, we'll sit here and enjoy the game.
Good game, yeah.
And give you updates.
Speaking of games, Petrov, Team Petrov scored 2 here in the first end. We're in the second end now.
Yes, we are.
Got a couple of guards, real high guard out there by Team Shaw. A closer guard by Petrov, throwing in, it's supposed to be a draw, right?
It is the draw behind, around the guard here. It's going to
looks
wreck
like
the guard.
it's, wrecked. It's not going to get into the rings.
Really nice. Really nice.
I think Melvin liked the release there. On
Yep.
that shot.
I think so too.
Still heavy.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth.
Yep.
Joe Rockenbach, their lead.
Okay, we're gonna like rack here a little bit. Just like half a rack, a little bit. That was much better. It was just the wrong ice.
So
Melvin again critiquing his performance
critiquing
here.
his own.
But that's okay. As Skip, you constantly have to take stock of what you're doing, what you're calling, change it up if you
Sweet
need
move.
to.
Make adjustments where you need to.
Make adjustments, exactly. We had a question about the game on sheet A. Is Faircloth yellow or red? And I'm pretty sure that Faircloth is yellow. Yes, they are, actually.
Yes, they
That's
are.
confirmed. And they are just getting ready to start their second end.
Yeah.
They scored, but I'm not sure how much because they haven't posted
Right, they
it
haven't
yet.
posted the score yet.
So we will let
If
you
you
all
can
know.
let it curl, that would be nice. Okay, yep. Okay.
Oh, I think it starts at the top here, yeah.
Still liking the tap. Good things happen no matter what.
There's a comment in the chat. Is this over? Even if Faircloth loses tonight? No, it's not. If Faircloth loses tonight, they will have one loss. But they have a game tomorrow morning, and should they lose that game tomorrow, if the team from Broomstones this evening were to win, if Faircloth were to lose tomorrow morning, and the team from Broomstones win tomorrow, they both would end up with 2 losses and would have to play a tie-breaking game. So yeah, there's still the one game that actually means something to the outcome of this going on in Sheet 8.
You okay?
Looks like Faircloth scored 1 in the first end. They're ahead 1-0.
Yeah.
And over on our sheet, we still have Team Petrov with Shotstone over here on the right-hand side of the sheet in the 12-foot. And they're going to attempt to draw around the 2 center line guards here. This one needs to curl.
Staying pretty straight.
And
It's
heavy.
going to end up in the back of the house.
And it's going to settle for second shot way in the back 12. And Melvin's putting the room down. He wants draw behind the 2 center guards again, top 4. See if Pete Relwitz is able to execute that shot.
normal day, he can execute that shot. So
with his eyes closed. But, is today a normal
looks
day?
a little bit wide.
Yeah,
though,
that looks
here.
a lot wide.
Yeah.
It's not going to come back that much, not on this line.
And
How heavy is it?
potentially heavy as well. Well, maybe not.
If he's it on here,
It's just
well,
not,
no
not
line
curling
yet,
enough.
Yeah, the weight is a little heavy, but
Yeah,
he was wide from the beginning. It didn't come back.
he was.
So hit and roll now for Team Petrov.
All of the sheets are in the second end now. On sheet C, we've got Team Stefanik and Team Robinson. And Stefanik scored 2 in the first end. And we've got
Lindstrom and Bykowski
Bykowski
over
and
on
Lindstrom.
sheet B.
That's right. And it looks like Bykowski scored 1
Yes.
in the first end.
And the shot here on our sheet, the hit and roll, their receiver's been on it quite a way to get a piece of it. They do. And move the Shawstone. It is in the back, way in the back of the 12 foot. I'm not sure if it's biting or not. But we now have Petrov line 3. There, 2 of them are behind the tee line, and the other one over here, way over on the side. So Melvin again is going to attempt to make this draw around the 2 center line guards to the top 4. This one as well looks like it's pretty wide. It's not going to come back from
Yeah,
there.
be right about.
So now they're just trying to
really
get
wide.
it into the house.
Yep.
That has to be shot. They really need
Yep.
to get it there.
Okay.
David, did you have a question on if something was biting here?
The Yellowstone, the back 12.
It looks like it
It's
is
rolling the
from this perspective.
release on your
but
out turns. You're doing that last game.
Right.
So. A little bit.
with the
Away.
the slight fisheye perspective, so they put it on
You
the
the team
TV
right
behind
behind
us,
you.
so we
Like
can
you just
actually
like-
turn around and see it as well.
Roll. Gotta
Sometimes it's tough to tell with those biters when they're on the outside edge.
keep it on line.
Probably going to rely on you on
Probably.
that. I left my computer glasses on
Ah,
for
no
this,
problem.
so distance is a bit of a problem. These things are designed for 3 to 4 feet away.
Sean, that's a good question. I don't know why anyone would turn down a trip to nationals.
Yeah, I don't care what the Nationals is, you go.
No, why would you win, decline, and then even if you were second place, why would you decline?
Sure. They don't want to go, I will.
So we just throw the
Well, they were talking
quadruple.
about the women's teams a couple of years ago, I guess, from GNCC,
If
and
they
both
don't
of them
Or
declined
we
to
can draw
go.
to
If
here.
they don't want to go, I will.
I hate
I
this
know,
one.
right?
That's
I mean,
the
I
bad.
get that. I guess something can come up, maybe an emergency or something. But
Do that. We're still.
for that many teams to decline, I mean, if you're not going to go play in the Nationals, why play in the?
We try to roll
Playboy?
to here.
All these teams are here because they want to go to
Big shot
Nationals.
that way.
presumably.
You bet.
Well, exactly,
I don't
right.
hate that. I think it's pretty light. We should throw like bumper.
So Petrov is now lying 4.
They are
Rocks are
Throw a
starting
bumper, try to get
accumulate
really-
here.
looking like Melvin's in a little bit of
Yeah,
trouble
he
here.
He really needs an inside roll here. Get himself out of a jam.
It's gonna be hard to try to get shot out of this, but we're gonna try anyway. Light bumper weight. Come across the nose of the rock and just try to roll in behind like the corner guard and get shot. Yeah.
Go ahead. It's attached to something, but I think you're no slack.
Let me see.
Yeah, no,
Don't
it's
fall.
not.
Start might not fall. Like,
I don't know why. Once again, this one is
Looks like
wide.
it's
and it's
hanging
staying
out.
wide.
It
Yeah.
is.
He may, in fact, knock this stone in, which will not be good news for
Gonna
Team
be
Shaw.
deep, yeah. Heavy as well.
Now, fortunately, he he did knock it into an area where there is a court.
I don't know if it's second
So,
shot
you
or
know,
not.
as of right now, it's
Or fourth, but those are lined up for the double. I
get
can't see
addable.
the ball.
Evo's looking at him. He's still, the call has come in that, hey Bob, how are you? Oh, you're off? Good night.
Yeah, his shift is ending.
There you go. The shot still, some team is going to make this shot at some point. They draw around the two corner guards. Again, you know, top four would be ideal. Right now, I'm not absolutely certain whether Petrov is line 2 or 3, but it's kind of close for third shot.
Potentially 3, David, but it's very difficult to tell with the yellow on the left-hand side there.
Right. Right now, they're just they're trying to draw another in here on a line that has proved to be tricky for both teams. We'll see how they do this time. Doesn't look like it's going to bury. It's not going to bury and it's slowing down. I'm not sure that it's going to make it.
As well.
Yeah. They need to be on that sooner.
Just biting the 12.
This gives the opportunity for Melvin to come through the port here and hit the shot stone and possibly make the double. And if he did so and got a bit of an inside roll, that would be an ideal
normal.
result.
Come this way,
for
maybe.
Melvin.
Yeah.
They're going to
So
come
we
at
do
this,
that.
they're
Not too
going
bad.
to come at this inside out. And it's probably going to be a sweeper's rock. They're going to have to hold the line on this one to get
the double. It's a measure
the,
for 2 if we make the double.
the rock into the to hit the rock in the right spot.
We have a measure going on sheet C.
We're going to have to keep the weight up. Just all the normal.
Rock's on the way, and yep, as advertised, this has
Wow.
some weight to it.
It does
And
have
it is
some
not
weight. It's
moving
going
at
to
all.
wreck on the front guard.
Yeah, that didn't move at all.
That is a rough end.
Right, and it gives. Oh, that was hammer. So we now have to see Petrov steals 2 for sure. And
Oh, and
they're
we are
going
going
to
to do a measure here, sure.
And we'll see if there's a third.
As soon as they
counter
finish
here
the
or not.
measurement over, yep, okay, they're calling the official. He just finished a measure on C.
Right.
We'll take one on B.
Very conveniently, he's right there with
He's
the,
right there
the
with
measuring
the-
tool.
And he's had plenty of practice. So
He
this,
has. We've
this
had
should
lots
go
of
pretty well.
measures over the course of the weekend.
That's a pretty good question, Sean. I didn't understand the reasoning behind trying that turn when you really, ideally would want
It was
a bit
3.
of a roll. It is 3,
For
right?
them,
So
yep.
that's
So Shaw is down 5-0
5-0 after 2.
after 2.
Yeah. Have an update here on sheet C with the measurement team. Who is playing over there? Team Robinson, thank you. Has tied the score with Team Savannah. They scored 2 in the second to tie it up 2-2. And I have no idea what's going on in our sheet because most of Team Shaw is blocking my view.
They're having a conference in front of
Yeah,
the class.
very important conference about something critical here right in front of us.
Potentially the drinks that they'll be getting during the 5th end break.
That sounds likely.
So Team Faircloth is looking at
it.
a couple of red rocks there in the center.
Yeah.
They're going to have to
Either side of the
kind of
4-foot.
get rid of.
I think the
Or
call
draw
was to
down
freeze,
two.
actually.
Yep, yep.
Call was to freeze.
Maybe not get rid of, I guess take
Yes,
care
we're
of.
line.
Yep.
Whether it's a freeze or a hit.
Yeah, whoa.
Sean, that's a good point. The most critical game of the weekend being played on sheet A. Notorious.
It may be notoriously the worst sheet at Potomac, and I would agree with Sean. But, you know, for Sean himself, the most notorious sheet was always sheet D. That sheet always gave Sean fits, probably still does. And any time that we played together in, you know, a spiel or something else, and we ended up, you know, being scheduled to play on D, he would roll his eyes and wish we
Chris,
were anywhere but even sheet A.
Chris looks like he's delivering his last rock of the second end here. Looks wide.
It's wide and heavy.
Yep.
And all it's going to do is nudge the redstone closer to the button.
That's a tough break for them.
Okay, easy if you can. Whoa.
Jim Rockenbach, hello.
Close.
We have Joe's brother on the
Yes,
web
the
chat.
evil twin of
Yep.
I think he said the better twin, but Joe had a couple of things to say about that
there
earlier.
seems to be a
so.
dispute here between the two brothers as to who is what exactly.
That's kind of typical brother stuff, though. I mean, growing up with two brothers, myself, I recognize some of that.
Sean, you didn't have to bring up that 6-letter word. Sorry. He and I also have history for the one game that the two of us have played together at Albany. Let's just say that the less said about that game, the better.
They are delivering the hammer, Team Bialik.
Attempting a double here.
Yes,
double.
but it looks like they're going to get
They're going to score 2 here.
So it's 2-1 on sheet A right now, after the end of the second end.
Bialik leading 2-1 over Faircloth. And do we have an update on D?
D.
Well, all I can see on D is that it is 1-1 after 2. I can't exactly tell what the state of the third end is. But I see
well, Mike, the state of the third end is it's in progress.
that it is.
I got it.
But as to who is lying, how many, I can't really say. But it looks like there's only put a couple of rocks in place.
Okay. On our sheet, sheet B, we have a stone top 12 belonging to Team Shaw, who are now throwing again. We have 2 guards, 2 corner guards over to the left side of the sheet for Team Petrov. And I believe the call here is to go around the guard closest to the center. You may have noticed that Melvin was calling the streak immediately after the rock was
Right, it's curling a lot.
and it's going to wreck on
That's
the
going to
guard.
be in that red guard.
I'm not sure how far that's going to move. We'll find out. It didn't quite make it to the ring.
Nope, it's not on.
So we still have the shot stone top 12 belonging to Team Shaw, and now Team Petrov will attempt to remove it.
No, it's calling for a T-line draw behind.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And you know, good place for Team Shaw here with the two guard, two guards, one on top of the other, and out front here. If you could ever get one to actually bury, this is not going to bury.
No, it's not.
Not even close. But if you ever get one to bury, he would be in good shape here. This one is
It's going to float back to the
wide and heavy.
back of the 4.
There's
Kind of hang out there.
Yeah, there's not much you can do with wide and heavy. I'm
No.
afraid. So.
No, initially it looked like Steven was going to be a bit narrow, and then he kind of pitched it out when he released.
Right at the end, yep. So the 2 out of 10 for Team Petrov, trying to get a bit of an inside roll. They're going to get a little too much of a roll and see if this sticks around or not. It does. It's a biter back 12. But once again, the T-line draw asked for Team Shaw. Pete Morell was throwing.
That's pretty good. Stay close. Yep. Still T. Yes. That's not T.
Looks like that's
Okay.
going to be
It's going to be short and wrecking on the
Reckon
guard.
on the guard.
And an opportunity now for Team Petrov to come around the center guard here and lie 2, put the pressure on Team Shaw.
I don't want to give them again this thing. I want to go over here. Is this good line? Here.
That gives them that. We go here.
You can keep giving it to us. We're not going to make it.
Candid commentary there by Melvin Shaw.
Top 12.
One of the important qualities a skip has to have is to instill confidence in his team. Catherine, and what we're seeing there is, I think, another important quality that a skip has would be realism. So.
This is true. Having been on both sides of that as skip,
Right.
and lead and vice.
Right. I don't suppose you do much second.
Which side do you
I
want
do
to come?
not. No, that's the position that I have played the least.
Me too.
You can probably count on one hand the number of times I've
Yep.
played second.
No, it's definitely my least favorite position on the.
I like throwing hits, but don't have much experience at that. That position.
Whoa! Can't touch it.
Well, anybody who's played with me more than a little knows that, second is not where to put me.
Well, you have to know your
but
team members' strengths and
bet.
put them where they are good, where they can shoot well.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Looks like on sheet
Usually
A right
down
now,
the center
Faircloth
line.
is sitting 1.
Release his first one down the center line, but then
Team
released
Bialek
it on
is
the broom
second shot, and then
next time,
Faircloth is
unfortunately.
3rd with a yellow out in the 12-foot.
Yours looked pretty good. I think it was just a little light. First one.
Okay, so here shot stone belongs to Team Shaw, right hand side of the 4-foot, and he will attempt to remove it.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of a roll would be really nice for him. Supers were on it early, but then were called off. Now they're back on a little bit. He's going to make the shot, get an inside roll. A little bit more than they wanted. It's going to poke out into the opening on the left-hand side of the sheet here.
Yeah,
But
do that.
Petrov now lying 3.
Whoop. Yeah. Throw away. the hair on the inside was fine.
Quieter weight on this takeout here. Catherine, Sweepers are on it now.
It is, and they are. It looks like he's going to get in there.
Yep. The line is good.
Nice shot, Melvin.
Trying to
That looked
Oh.
weird,
get
like
inside
right
roll,
after I
but
let go
it's
of
going to
it.
go
That's
too
tight.
far again.
I don't know. That's a tough one to call.
Like right after I let go of it, I almost caught up.
Well,
on
it's
it.
one shot each to go, so.
Just grabbed. I mean, it was barely back line.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
It does look that,
looks
that
like yellow to
Melvin's
me.
rock is the shot rock.
I think if I had to guess, that's what I'd go with.
And I'm sure one way or the other, Evo isn't going to just let it sit there. So I'll attempt to remove it on line 3 again.
Yeah, a lot less weight.
Yeah, indeed.
Sean.
Yeah, guys, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Nose hit here for Team Petrov, and they lie 3.
Right here.
That's a tough break.
Drop. It's a little slower than our practice.
George Shirk just delivered his rock for Team Faircloth on sheet A. Looks to be a hit. And
A little tighter.
that's it.
Yeah.
Faircloth looks like they're sitting shot.
Okay, this is Hammer, and
Yes!
the call here to
Whoa!
make the hit on the.
They're sweeping it and pulling it
so
out
Right on.
they're
further.
pulling it out, and I'm not sure why, but
No.
are they going to get to the nose? It's going to move a little to the outside. And they kick rocks right away, so I'm not sure yet whether that one counted or not. Looks like yellow is coming out, and yes, the score has been posted, so
Okay, they did score
score of 1.
one.
And after 3 ends, it's Team Petrov 5, Team Shaw 1. I think we have.
On sheet C, they have hung the score for the third end. It's 6
Throw
to
the guard.
2. Team Stefanik. And we're still working on the third end on sheet D with Lindstrom and Bukowski.
They're gonna over curl. Oh, that's not too bad. Whoa, that's fine. That's good enough. Okay, good job.
So a guard just off center comes up for Team Shaw. And the call here for Petrov is.
Hey, Mike, is there a way to do a house view on sheet A? Just real quick, we did have a question from one of our viewers.
I think so. If they just need to see it really quick, I think I can pop that up here. So
We'll try, Jeff.
we need to see, I believe this is the house that you're trying to look at.
Oh, fantastic.
So you have the shot stone belonging to Brimstone's team, and then
It looks
Violet?
second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Right, Faircloth is sitting on the outside there.
Yeah, there's a ring of yellows, and then another red stone over here on the 12-foot way over on the left-hand side. And I'm not sure if that one is 6th or 7th shot.
You're welcome, Jeff. We do what we can.
Anyway,
That's
we'll let you know how that turns
Wait
out.
if you can. Wait if you can.
Yeah,
Things happen.
Yeah, I got a lot of room.
back to
And yes, Sean, it looks like
Mine's
Faircloth
getting
is
better.
sitting one currently. Bialek is delivering one of their stones, so we'll see what happens here. I think potentially the back yellowish shot. It's a tough
that's
angle.
Right. No, that is a tough angle, but I agree.
Here's
that
the shot
it looks
coming
like the
through rest
Faircloth
on
stone is the shot stone, and I still believe it is.
Yeah, it looks like the one, especially the one that just came to rest, looks to be full 8 foot. Then the other one is not quite full, but maybe more than that Yellowstone.
Step it
So
back.
I'm not sure about you, David, but I think
Back
potentially
12.
Steven's
Back
hair
8.
is getting more crazy after each end.
Perhaps the more that he runs up and down the sheet and the wind catches it gets more unruly.
Okay, stay close. Got a break.
Here we have
Got a break. Got a break.
Team
Got a break.
Petrov line 2.
Here it comes.
And Team Shaw are, with quiet weight, are
It's on its
attempting to bump the
Okay, good.
stone that was
Good.
biting
Really
the top
nice.
4, and they bumped it to back button. Very nice shot.
Development over on A. I don't know exactly what the shot was.
So it was
I
a
think
hit.
it was a hit and roll.
It was a hit and roll, and so yeah, Faircloth is definitely sitting one now.
Correct.
And Bialek is getting ready to deliver his last stone of the end.
Yeah, he'll really want to draw one here.
As we cut to B here, Petrov looks like he's peeling the guard. Runs it back through the house. Oh, just misses catching his stones.
Yeah, he was
Same shot.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Here comes the Alex draw. Just into the 4 foot.
A nice draw there. Bialek.
Nice draw, but it looks to be available
It does.
to Faircloth.
Yeah, so Chris is gonna work on that one.
How heavy? Okay, that's fine.
Little bump off the stone of the top 8 here, and comes to the back 8. We have Petrov line 2 at this point. And takeout being called for, I think, of the top stone. They're suggesting, the rest of the team is suggesting a guard play here. And takeout is made by Faircloth. They don't stick around or anything.
Looks like
so
they got one.
They did score
That
one
end.
in the third end here.
So 2-all on sheet A.
guard asked for, and it actually comes close to the yellow stone of the 8 foot. Settles top 12 though. The good thing about that rock is it takes away Team Shaw's ability to use it to
Control!
make a play on the 2 Petrov stones in the 4 foot.
Melvin asking for a control weight hit from Pete.
Stay close. Yep!
And we're through the third end on sheet D. It is now 2-1. Bykowski
Oh,
over
you're
Lindstrom.
kidding me.
Oh, the worst thing
Good job,
that
Pete.
could have happened here happened. There was a little tick on the red stone that was top 12, and it just caused the shot stone to veer off and go completely past everything in the center of the rings here. So Petrov continues to lie 2, and another guard being called for. We'll see if they're able to make a shot this time. Very nice guard executed by Team Petrov. And the call to clean up the middle for Team Shaw. He seems to be having second thoughts about it.
Well, better to deliberate now than after the rock is thrown. Right?
Sure. I wish I should. I wish we could have done this.
Yes! Yeah, hard guys, gotta go. Good. That's fine. You're good. Gonna pull it out.
Oof.
Yep.
So the Team Shaw is successful in cleaning up the front. There are no guards out in front left at all.
Very little room for error there.
And
Good. We fill in a little bit more,
so
and we go
Team
right back
Petrov
on the
will
red.
attempt to put a new
Go
guard
right back on the yellow, stuff the red.
up on the center line.
Then they're gonna score. Yeah, we were in a great spot. Unfortunately, the Rock and Stevens ended up in the worst possible spot. Yeah,
Melvin is
you can't
confirming
blast.
your earlier commentary, David.
All we can do is tap.
Oof.
And then even if we get frozen, they blast it. They're happy. So, just kind of a shitty spot.
Okay. Another center line guard.
Now we can probably get right around.
And now the call to
Thanks
draw
up.
around and come to the shot stone.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call at this point.
Here's not bad, but I'd love to get there.
The problem, of course, Catherine, is that we saw 2 ends ago these teams try to make a draw around center guards, and none of them came anywhere near as far as either Skip thought they were going to. And this looks again to me to be a lot of ice for a draw.
To me, it does look like a lot of ice. We're not experiencing a lot of curl right now.
Nice melody.
Yep. Hurry. Yep. Up.
Person in our chat room, Catherine,
Line's
goes
good!
by third nerd,
Okay.
stating the obvious. In the second to last thing that they said, that Fry is a cheater. Of course, we all know Michael's penchant for cheating here and have to deal with it all the time at the club. And it's really a shame that we can't have good quality ambassadors of this club that could give us a better name, but we're stuck with it.
Well, as someone who plays with Michael weekly,
Yes,
as his vice.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly how you got roped into that, Captain. But,
I agreed, actually, happily.
were you drinking something?
Those are your choices.
No.
No?
No, that was
All
a very
right.
clear-headed decision, and I quite enjoy it. We have a mixed playdowns team that we will be testing in a few weeks.
Did you sign up and win the championship, or was that just the?
No, that's
women's
just
team?
just the ladies. We get a no expenses paid trip to Two Harbors, Minnesota, in February, mid-February.
A similar trip on offer here this weekend
Right.
at this competition.
Right. No, it's unfortunate. No other ladies teams from the GNCC entered, and so we did, and we're
You
going.
won. Congratulations.
We did win. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, I'm sure.
Our team is composed of Ian Drummy as skip, myself as vice,
We don't
Stacy
really have a
Slutty
choice, right?
Yep.
as second, and Paige Roberts
Paige.
as
Yep.
lead.
Great team, great bunch of ladies.
We're quite excited about it.
I bet.
Not only representing Potomac, but the GNCC. Sean, yes, I will be at Club Nationals. Yes, it is awesome. Thank you.
And I take it you will not be declining your invitation? to
No,
that?
oh heck no.
And thank goodness you're not declining.
And
because-
Drummy is our skip, Sean.
Because the second place team is non-existent.
There is no
But,
second place team, exactly.
We would have some trouble with
Thin
sending a
air.
Yeah, I
representative.
think so.
Right. Oh no, we will be going. That I can promise you.
That's fantastic. Well, the house and in front of the house has gotten quite crowded here on Sheet B. All kinds of rocks in play.
A lot of clutter out there.
And the stuff out front is red, and usually that means that red is counting, and here they are lying too.
And they are.
And shot on the way here for Melvin. I think he is attempting an angle raise.
This is
with
his
stick.
last rock of the end.
Oh!
This would be hammered. So,
No, I think red has. Oh,
That's a great
hard
shot.
sweep.
Look at that. Oh, not quite. Doesn't it definitely cut red down to one.
cut
but I
cut
don't
them down to
think he
one,
got
but they
yellow.
didn't get the shot there. No, you're right, Catherine.
Yeah.
They scored in the last end, of course.
Oh, that's an awesome
so
nut
this
shot.
will be hammer for Evo.
Yep.
And I think he's just going
2
to
out of 4.
attempt to come and draw in to that draw path that doesn't seem to work for anybody, but he's going to give it another go. Hopefully he won't give himself a ton of ice. We'll see what happens. And of course, I say that, and he gives himself a ton of ice. So
We'll see.
the best thing that might happen here
Oh my gosh,
is-
that is a lot of ice.
yeah, the best thing that might happen here is maybe a little tick off the yellow stone on the
yellow.
left-hand side of the sheet in the 12-foot, and then come into the button that way.
Thanks, Sean. We are really looking forward to it, and we'll absolutely have fun. Hopefully they'll do some sort of broadcasting there. I have no idea.
If not, maybe you'll just have to bring back the tradition of the cell phone and the styrofoam.
I'll let you use
We need to travel
iPhone.
with the broadcasting team.
Well, no, I'll let you use my iPhone, and I'll even splurge and give you the styrofoam cup
Oh, nice.
to put it
That's
up on
very
the glass.
generous, David.
Yeah, thank you. And we could do old school remote Potomac broadcast.
We are also interested, Sean, in looking to see who joins you guys at mixed. we will be playing down in a few weeks. First week of February, actually, at Chesapeake in Easton, Maryland. And then the next Saturday, the ladies and I will be in Two Harbors.
So you'll be busy, busy.
We'll be very busy.
Okay, guys, huddle up. We'll get the racks there.
So who else is on your, most people won't know, who else is on your mixed team?
Oh, on our mixed team. Well, actually, a lot of folks playing here this evening. Michael Fry is actually our skip. I play vice. Mr. Pete Morelowitz is our second, and Paige Roberts
And the
is
aforementioned Paige,
our
right?
lead. So yeah, Paige and I are playing lead and vice for our mixed team as well as our ladies team.
We're so close.
So it's actually really good practice.
Yeah. Well, you know, not that. Just like the lead up too. Like we had him. We had him in the back four. That's where we wanted to lead for the steal, and then we barely got out of there without giving up a big ad. So, yep, focus.
Actually, Sean, I don't have any other information about who else is playing down for the GNCC mixed. I know about Courtney and Melvin's team, obviously. But other than that, I don't have any additional information for you. Several of us are actually going to do some reconnaissance just a couple of weeks prior to the playdowns. Chesapeake has what they call the fun spiel.
Want to come around it?
And so there were several mixed teams that are playing in the fun spiel this year to get an advanced look at the ice.
And each other, apparently.
And each other, yeah. Well, you got to scope out your opponents.
A lot of room. A lot of room. Okay.
Great shot for Chris Faircloth. They're sitting 3 currently. But Bilec's got hammer. And he's going to be having an open draw.
Open draw to the 8-foot, it looks like. The score is 1. Here on our sheet, hit and roll attempt coming now for Mark Mooney.
Well, Sean, that's what I'm using the fun spiel for, is reconnaissance. So. We will be having fun, but also doing recon.
Close hit for Team Petrov, and calling out for the draw around the center guard for
And Bilek scored 1 at the end of the 4th.
take a one-shot lead there.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's 3-2. Bilek over Faircloth on sheet A.
Just light. Okay.
Draw 10 bricks on the guard out front for Team Shaw, and once again, Team Petrov will attempt to go around the other side of it.
Inside. Yep. Yep. Inside. Make it inside. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Hurry. 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 I know. I'm just.
Well, that stone came up very short for Team Petrov. Not sure if
It did.
you know, picked along the way or something.
What was that call, David?
I think it was they were attempting to draw around the
Their
center
guard.
there.
Okay.
And,
makes sense.
Okay.
That's really light. Team Shaw coming around the other way now and attempting to draw and bury behind the center guard.
Looks like it's got a bit of curl on it, but looks a bit heavy.
Yeah, it's got some weight on it too.
Oh, it's going to stick around in the back of the 8.
That's fine too. If you say that's fine too.
I don't know why it would be hard to find a club to host next Playdowns. A couple of questions online about it, some discussion.
I think we gotta go in the corner of it.
The come around attempt for Team Petrov. They recommend one of their guards out front.
Gonna probably fudge up on us a little bit.
Well, 8 or 9 teams, Sean.
Yeah.
On a 2-sheet club, that would be a marathon. At least Chesapeake has 3.
That's pretty close.
So we're through 4 ends on our other sheets as well. On sheet Charlie, Stefanik is up 7 to 2. And it looks like Lindstrom put up a couple on Bykowski, so they're up 3 to 2 after the 4th on sheet Delta.
Well, it wasn't heavy.
Draw attempt for Team Shaw comes up light. Petrov still shot. And this looks like strictly a guard here.
Whoa! Yes! Yep! Whoa! Just go! Yep! Yep!
Steven has a very unique way of sliding back down the ice. Moving his arms as he's sliding. It looks like he's running.
I feel at some point that he's, the way that he waves his arms, he's going to have a toe pick on his, one of his curling shoes and do a triple axel or
right. Well, he could be multi-talented. Don't know.
Yep! Yes!
Oh.
This one swings around right away. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, wow. Lots of action there.
Lots of lineup flying. The result is the Petrov stone in the full foot is still shot. Whole lot of junk out front.
And Shaw's sitting 1 in the back of the 8.
They have one. Yep.
What you do over here?
I think, David, this is the first time I've actually been able to commentate with you. I've listened to your commentary a bunch of times.
Yeah, this is the first time.
But I'm actually back in DC, so
well,
I can commentate in person rather than just online.
Well, we were doing this just before you left, of course. I think it was the first year that we were actually doing with a, semi-professional setup here.
Right.
And then
I'm trying to remember, we broadcasted the Cherry Blossom the last couple of years.
Yes.
But when I was skipping, I wasn't mic'd up.
Yeah, we didn't broadcast. The year that you won, in fact, it was the coordinator of the event who decided that was something he didn't want to have happen, so it didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
And since then, his mind's been changed a little bit. But yeah, the feeling was that it takes up a lot of space, and anybody who's been to the Cherry Blossom knows that space is at a premium.
It is at a premium.
So
That's for
we
sure.
had to sort of work around the limitations here. Part of it was redesigning our war room a little bit so that we had a little more space. And now we're able to do it comfortably. Here the draw into the port.
It's starting to curl.
It's coming.
And
But
they're
they
gonna
have to
wreck.
get off it because it is going to wreck
Yeah.
on the guard on the right-hand side there.
Very, very close. As Courtney would say, nearly a honey of a shot.
Right. You know, Catherine was away from us for a year and is thankfully now back. And,
It didn't stop curling. It was slightly different curling
I
on
understand.
arena ice there
No,
with
I
Denver.
was thinking more, far more importantly of your company. It's supposed to be curling, but you're back and all is well with the world again. And, yeah, this is our first time to do a game together. It's great.
It is great. After 5 games of timing, I'm ready for something that is
A little different.
a little different. I actually get to watch some curling now, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of timing.
It is a lot of timing. Well, I worked extra hours last week, so I was able to take Friday off
Right.
and come here during the day, during the week. I know it's tough for a lot of people to take time off of work, but
Yeah, absolutely.
if we don't have the volunteers, we can't have the event, and
It snaps horribly.
it's just incredibly important to have folks that can
know,
come out and give a couple of
little
hours of
4
their
foot, like
time
it-
every now and then.
It
straightens out and then just snaps. So.
Makes the club work.
I feel a little badly about it because the people doing the timing, which I consider to be far more difficult work than me talking in
try
a
one in there.
microphone, they get the same perks that I do, and we feed and water you, and that's about it. But it's very important work that I'm very thankful that so many people from our club took their time this week and weekend to come out and do what needed to be done.
I had quite a lot of fun doing it. I will do it again
Good.
at another event when we have that.
The next time that we need to
And
talk something.
thinking about taking an officiating course, if they have one of those available at some point, or advancing my knowledge of the game through officiating.
They'll give you a nice patch for your jacket as well when you're done with that. You can sew it on.
Okay, go.
At some point, this should take a left.
Yeah!
There it goes. Now the sweepers are on it, trying to take it back as far as they can.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful shot.
That's what he wanted the last time.
Yep. It's going to come to rest top 12. So Petrov's still line shot in the 4 foot, where he's been for quite a while.
But
Faircloth is sitting 1 right now on sheet A,
not
Okay.
that much.
and Bialik is up skip with his first rock of this end.
Very good. Looks to be a number of stones out front. I'm not sure how much of the shot stone from Faircloth you can see.
I don't know either. From this angle, it looks pretty buried,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
my
from-
cord is not long enough to walk over
From
there.
our angle, which is not a good angle.
No, it's
folks.
not a good angle.
It's completely buried, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean anything. Evo is attempting to guard up the path here of this stone that was very nicely placed by Team Shaw, and they've done so. That's a very nice guard.
Try to decide how
And
much
sheet D
damage
is in the
to
5th end break right
Okay.
now.
Looks
So
like
4 to 3.
Baiko got 2 in the 5th. So
Baiko
takes the lead
scored
again.
2. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at this.
Yeah, the two teams on
I just think
sheet
this
C
is
are
gonna
also
stuff.
on their fifth end break, but unfortunately they didn't post their score.
I don't know that we'll be able to
before
get it
they left, so we don't have an idea of what the score was at the break.
Potentially, the timer might know.
We've got another
Worst that can
measurement
happen.
on sheet C.
That's why. There is no score yet because they have to determine one.
I don't know that we can be unlucky enough. We can maybe peel the back one, but I don't think we can give them 2. I'll throw enough weight. I have to throw a ton. You see what we need to do? We need to get this rock basically as close as we can to this yellow. I'll adjust you from the hack. This is a really long run back double peel thing.
Chris Faircloth just made a great hit
That looks pretty good, actually.
and is now sitting shot.
Yeah. Tiny bit
Got
less.
2 rocks to go on that sheet.
Okay.
Not bullet plus. Just firm.
I learned this term, bullet plus,
Bullet plus.
at lunch today, yes.
Okay.
So Melvin uses that. It's an upweight hit.
Yeah, it sounds that way to me.
Yes.
It does sound like the way you need for a run back, double, peel, whatever.
Peel.
The
Right.
thing. Yeah,
Peel
thing.
whatever,
Peel
right,
thing.
exactly.
That looked like bullet plus to me.
That's gonna go
Quite the
wide.
shove there.
Oh,
Oh, he
and he
shoved
said
it
it's going to go
really
wide.
wide.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all the way through.
that's a tough one.
Yeah. So Petrov will score 1 here, the 5th end, and extend their lead. The score right now is, 7-1
That wide.
for Petrov, I think, at the 5th
I
end
think
break.
so.
Yeah.
And it looks like Robinson scored on sheet Charlie. And
Scored 2,
after
actually.
5, oh yeah, sorry, I scored 2. And after 5, it is 7-4. Stefanik is still up by 3.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what.
So the only game that is actually going on right now in the 5th end is over on sheet A.
Sheet Alpha, where Bialik is sitting 1
Let's see if we
currently.
can't
And
point
Chris is getting
everything
ready
that
to
direction.
throw the hammer.
I remember the first time I heard that term because I didn't know a whole lot about curling, but I saw people throwing stones a whole lot and then heard about this hammer thing, and so I was looking for something that might look like something I would bang nails
An
with. and I didn't
actual
see any-
hammer.
yeah, I didn't see anything like it, so it's kind of confused.
George is yelling for sweep on Chris's rock. And he's
Got it
by the
by.
guards.
Yeah, they got it by. Great
Nice
sweeping there.
shot
Yeah.
for Chris.
Sorry? I didn't either. And they didn't post the score, so we're
I think
don't
it
know
was
what the-
1, but
okay. The technical expertise being provided by Mike Sell today, and Mike believes it was 1.
from my awkward view, just through this little view window on the
Right.
computer screen, I thought it was 1, but
Very good. Okay, was that 1 or 2 or we don't know. Nobody knows. No one knows Mike, what the score was. So.
Let's go another guard here. 2 minutes.
GNCC looks to be back from the 5th end break, so
They are?
let's maybe just pan over there for a moment.
Sure. The
There
first
we
out of
go.
the end
Got the
from
camera
Team
reset.
Robinson is a nice center line guard.
No, we're good. I know I can throw it.
Why don't we just throw the same line we just drew? I'm okay. Just think that when you put a split together. Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
What's the weight? It's got lots of lines.
I was a little heavy. It was bullet flush.
Yep, it's down for
Mostly at a pretty
Robinson. Another guard comes the other side of the center line. The shot stone for Team Red is on the tee line in the 8 foot. And now a second stone being called for to be drawn in by the lead for Team Stonic, Charlie Brown. By the guard, yes they do, and actually they're going to leave that short of the rings. Play has started, resumed back, and I think the sheet should be here.
Alright, spin the cameras around. Alright. As they go to A first because they use that as their reference point. And now we're back to B.
And now we're back to B.
I think it picked.
The first stone was guard put up by Team Petrov. It's a little bit off center, but usable up there. And then the corner guard attempt by Team Shaw looked like they picked on something, they said, and the rock is in play, but it ended up on the far-ish right side of the sheet as a
And David, we have an answer. It was 1 for Faircloth in the 5th.
So a tie score there.
Tied. 3-all.
Back 8, wait!
We're on the other side now.
Yeah! Yes! Maybe try this one. Whoa!
Same weight.
Okay.
I think it was a butt back attempt by Team Shaw. The line on it wasn't good from the beginning. They attempted to switch from one rock to the other, but it came into the middle. So one of the Petrov rocks is marked into the house, left side of the sheet on the 12 foot. And this is the come around attempt on the other side.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for giving us a shout out and enjoying our commentary and our broadcast of the GNCC men's playdowns.
I appreciate that, Jeffrey. Thanks very much.
Back 8!
Apparently one of our contributors to the chat believes that God has a stake in this and Evo to throw rocks through on his behalf. But, apparently, Evo disagrees and wants to have rocks in play.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
By the way, Third Nerd, I happen to agree with you. I'm just saying that
Yep!
I think they're still treating it as they don't want to keep things clean for 5 ends straight just yet.
Third Nerd, I'm not sure if you were watching the broadcast earlier today. And David, I think you and Mo were commentating when the team that I was timing put up a 7-ender on the first end.
It was on the sheet.
On Bravo.
It was, in fact, it was Evo whose team got the 7-ender against Team Lindstrom. And we arrived, we were late, and we arrived right after the first end ended.
That's
and
right,
it was
so
the
you
first
missed
end
it.
where they scored 7. We missed all the excitement.
So yes, I would say the scoreboard is actually long enough for this game. Lindstrom
Here's really good.
fought hard and nearly came back to win it. So
Yeah, they were down 9-0 after 2 ends, and of course you think at that point it's over. We started switching coverage over to a different sheet because you know, you didn't expect much. Well, they then scored in 6 of the next 7 ends.
yeah, proceeded to put up 1, up 2, up 2.
And they got
Back
as
line.
close as
Climbing
2.
back.
They got as close as 2 behind. And you know, at that point it was a game. So we came back to it, and Team Petrov did prevail there, but it was a lot closer than I think people thought it was going to be after 2 ends. Good on Team Lindstrom, though, not to throw in the towel there and keep, you know, plugging away at it and getting a little bit here, a little bit there, and making a game of it in the end.
Well, that's the danger of those. You can't, as the skip who is up by 7 or the skip who is down by 7, you can't count anything out. I have given up large ends in the first couple of ends of curling, and you never know what's going to happen in the next few, so you can't let it get to you that early, because there's actually a lot of time for other things to happen.
Indeed. What is supposed to happen for Team Petrov here is to remove the yellow stone biting the top 12, but the takeout was flashed. And the call now to freeze to the shot stone over on the left
Rogers,
side
hit
of the
it!
12 foot. Now
Actually, no, they're just going to hit
they're
it.
thinking better of it now and are just going to hit it out on
Control!
line 2.
Any contact is good there. Yeah, we got it. Just figure it out the line.
Line's good. You got roll.
Go down 2.
That's a high score, Sean. 16-8.
Defensive struggle there.
It's a downweight hit.
Very downright.
He moves it back, and it's out.
So Team Shaw now line 2 biters of the 12 foot on, above the tee line.
Same weight now.
And the same shot being asked for by Evo to remove the yellow biter, top 12 on the center line.
Team Faircloth just flashed one through. They've got a yellow guard
Same exact line.
that Bialik is asking for removal of currently.
And once again, we're going to get a
fine.
flash here. It's 2 in a row. Trying to get to that rock top 12, and both ended up in the same place.
This could be a break for the
Big break
Shaw
for
rink.
Team Shaw. Now they're going to attempt to draw to the end, the open side of the sheet here, behind that
Yeah, go to T-line, that's fine.
that guard we talked about that barely got out over the hog line after picking the second rock at the end.
I never give up after the first end, Third Nerd.
Sit down, Rock. Sit down. Shot, Pete.
And
Very nice shot.
Morelowitz makes a nice shot.
Yep. It's behind cover. And Team Shaw lying 3 now.
Couple of biters out there.
Of course, if this were Mr. Galebach designing the shot, Catherine, he would be lining up the triple.
Right, right.
Because as we all know, the triple is there.
You just got to be able to see it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Fortunately, that came up to be like hack weight. It really hit the brakes. Oh yeah.
Petrov, are they going to make it this time? Yes, they are. They make the double. Very nice double.
Very nice
of
double.
the 2 biters that are now gone. Team Shaw still has
Still shooting
shot rock behind cover here on the right-hand side of the sheet.
Huh? Yeah.
And
yeah, nosing it is fine.
they're going to play the hit and lie to with a nose hit.
Normally.
It was pretty close, Sean. The Yellowstone that was hit didn't miss the shot stone by much, so very close, and maybe with just a tiny bit different angle. Than
Yes!
Whoa!
We'll never know, though.
Oh!
I believe Melvin wants him to sweep.
He does.
And yes,
And they're fighting.
I
they
took
are
off.
fighting, so
As soon as you lifted up the broom.
Shaw line 2.
Sweep. What? Yeah, I thought it was hanging.
I didn't know if they heard it. Can I get by that one here?
No, that was definitely should not have. But Frank got away with it. Yeah, I mean the double's there, but what are you gonna do?
So real short double here for Team Petrov, Catherine, as they plan to come off the biter over here on the left side and all the way across the house.
The short double.
Yeah, real, very short.
Right.
Here we go. We're not going to get enough of a roll, but it is going to come to the center. Petrov lying 1
Pretty
now.
straight line, so.
To give something for Melvin to aim at.
Right.
This is hammer.
No.
Yes, it looks like it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep. So a nose hit here for Melvin will give Team Shaw 2 in the 6th end. To this takeout. It's going to take out, and I think it's going to
stick around.
Yeah, it's going to stick around on the side.
So we've got 2 for
a score of 2.
Shaw.
Shaw, they're going to trail after 6 hands. 7-3 now. And Petrov will now have the hammer. we have any other updates, Catherine, on other games?
Hang on just a second, David. And I will bring you some updates.
Sure.
Guard!
So right now, Bialik is sitting 2 on sheet alpha. Chris Faircloth is delivering his last rock of the 6th end. And he rolls
good.
a
Mine's
bit
perfect.
far, so Bialik is still sitting 1.
Yep. Good draw for 2.
Got rid of one of those, but
That's good. That's good. Good shot, Joe.
on sheet delta, the end of the 6th end, it looks like Lindstrom put up 1 on Baiko.
Just barely.
So it's now 5-4.
Okay. We don't
And
have a
sheet
score yet.
Charlie, yeah, we're
Let's
still
see.
waiting for them to hang the score, so we're not sure about Stuffman and Robinson.
Right. But we do know that Robinson threw the
Although
first
Robinson
rocks.
did score.
Yep.
Right. And it looks like Bialik just put up 2. So it's now 5-3
Okay.
on sheet alpha. Jeff, just to confirm that, it is Maryland. But potentially they might have mustard on the front of their shirts. We just can't tell from here.
Okay, whoa line. Go for line if you can. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. Yep. Yeah, as far as it goes now. Okay, pretty good. That's dangerous.
So the draw for Team Shaw here comes behind the center guard. It's not shot. It comes to rest biting the 8-foot. At the top, the shot stone biting the 4-foot for Team Petrov. So
And it is open. They'll be able to,
be able to get at that one.
yeah. And that's what the call is, ahead.
Quiet hit.
Looks like he pushed it out a bit. But it's moving, it's coming back.
Looks really nice.
And it does look really nice. Now they're
Beautiful.
sitting 2.
2 lined up, but double possibility here for Stephen Edison.
Top 4.
Definitely within his shot range.
And there's no double possibility for Stephen Edison because the call here is a drop. There we are.
That's also within his shot range. Played with Steven a lot in Capital League.
Yep. Yep, gotta go for line.
I heard Pete call a 2 on that, so it seems like it's going to be short.
It's going to be short. They did get around the guard, but
Yep.
not far enough to be either first or second shot here.
No.
Both belong to Team Petrov. Call here, I'm guessing. Is correct.
Yep. Now he's good. Two. Line is good. Pay attention to. Three. Needs to move a little bit more. Three guys. Very good one. Very good.
Very nice guard by Team Petrov. They guard up the 2 stones in the rings perfectly. Mooney is throwing lead. Don Arsenal is throwing second, and John Young is throwing third for tonight's game.
Hard! Whoa, whoa!
How many? For two? Okay.
Okay.
Check out front, and now the call for Team Petrov. Draw probably not fully around the guards. Might want to leave a half a rock showing, but get in behind them to have a third counter. I think a further out wide attempt here that is.
It looks narrow.
Yeah, it's going to hit the guard. And,
oh, I don't know. They're holding it. They're holding it. It's going to be close, and it's
no,
by.
No, they did go by. Look for all the world that they're going to.
It looks heavy.
Hit the guard there a little bit, but this one's going to come to rest.
Ooh, it might be shot. It's biting the back four, but I think potentially it could be shot.
It is shot.
Yeah.
How about that? What a great shot from him.
Fantastic rock.
Cover, very nice. Very nicely done. So Team Shaw is line one.
Yep.
And the
behind a
call,
lot of clutter.
Yes. The call undoubtedly though is to follow them down.
We know the line is there. The sweepers really held that one.
Indeed.
Yes, Mooney was throwing third in the past, but they made a change to their order a little earlier today.
Throw another one in here.
Yes. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Top four.
Yeah, you heard that's what Melvin's asking for, top four.
That was Wade.
Same shot that he threw,
What?
and it's really wide.
Got a lot of room.
Really, really wide.
And they haven't laid a brush to it.
Nope. Starting to tuck in, but
That may miss everything.
not quite there.
Okay, so what we have is shot stone belonging to Team Petrov behind cover, biting the top four, and then two Team Shaw stones that are not quite biting the 4 foot on the right-hand side of the sheet, and then another Petrov rock, full 8 foot in the back. Those are the scoring rocks we're looking at now. Not really sure what the options are here for Shaw when if this shot is executed well by John Meehan, it's going to be tough, I think, for Melvin to get in there. We'll see how the shot goes. We shouldn't get ahead of ourselves.
Just a quick update from sheet A. Violet is currently sitting 2, and Faircloth is 3rd and 4th shot. But they've got a couple of guards up. It's going to be tough to get to those red rocks.
Give Don't forget there.
Thank you. So over here on our sheet, the red Petrov rock comes to the back four. His corner falls into one of the two
What do we think?
attribute rocks. And
Okay. Easy. It's so
this looks like wait for a draw as well. So I think he is just coming into ideally top four, but he also could go to the stone.
George throwing big weight. On A. Gonna move some stuff around. Nice clear. Both of the red guards.
Oh, that was a very nice shot. Here's the draw attempt on the way for Melvin. At this point, you think that it's going to make a left-hand turn and go right for that guard, but it doesn't do that.
No.
It's actually going to hit one of the yellow rocks on the side.
What'd you get?
And push it back.
Okay.
But
Not getting the times right.
they didn't get shot, and Team Petrov are still alive
We're
too.
not getting the times right.
Seems like they just can't catch a break.
Not getting anything right. They're telling me 45. Yeah, this is 55. And we scored. You want to be done? We're not making it.
Melvin asking his vice, Pete, if he's ready to shake if Petrov scores here.
And, we'll see what happens here. It certainly looks like he was in position to score there. With 3 rocks to come in the end, here's the first rock for Evo. They get off the sweep.
Very nice shot by the Faircloth rink. They're sitting shot currently.
Yeah, there it is. And, a very nice shot for Chris.
But it looks to be open.
You think the roll is easier? Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, maybe buffer. Rolling. Try like control weight, maybe. Yeah, get a roll.
Yep, sorry about that. Our camera
like
software crashed momentarily. Got it back up, and we got the. Should be back online. You should have the signal now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just our.
You can see it, Sean.
It was just some of our overlays and stuff went down, and so you were seeing nothing, no video coming out, but everything was still online. So I just had to just restart the cameras there.
Very good. So the attempt here is a hit in the inside roll.
Faircloth still sitting 1.
Hard!
They're by the guard.
They are by the guard.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I don't know.
But I'm not sure if they're going to hit anything. They're
not. And any
just
flashes.
going to sail on through.
And
so this is
Petrov is sitting 2.
They're sitting 2, and this is hammer.
And they have the hammer.
We didn't get. Yeah, we didn't get far enough out.
attempt to
To
draw
the-
in
to
here
the
and
really
score their
straight
third
part
point, and
where it
if Melvin is to be believed from what he was
That was
asking,
wait.
that could do it for the sheet.
Whatever.
We'll see what
I'm
happens.
done.
Oof. Chris Faircloth's first rock moves some stuff around. I think they're still shot, but it's tough to tell because Bileck's got one right in there as well in the 4 foot.
Right. Okay, the draw is on the way here.
But I'd put money on yellow right now.
They're attempting to sweep it in to get it far enough. And
Good job, guys. Good curling. Good curling.
well, it's whatever the last score was, it's enough. Melvin is shaking hands, and so
We're done on B.
Petrov is going to win this game. We're not sure of the final score yet. Actually, we are. It looks like it is. Score will end up being 9-3.
9-3.
For Petrov over Shaw. And we have the opportunity now to move to a different sheet to show coverage. I'm thinking
we
sheet
cover?
C. Catherine, what do you think? Or what do you think D maybe is a good one to choose from? No, thank you.
Do we have cameras on Alpha?
We can
yeah,
point the
we can
cameras at
certainly point
Alpha.
them. We can
This
So we
though
don't have.
is our score through your final, what is now your final score of Petrov versus Shaw.
Thanks.
Number 3.
Yeah, we have lots of requests for sheet A. Hi, Brandon. That's what I'm thinking. That's my money's on A.
Yep, we've got cameras over on A. I can even get the scoreboard to reflect what's on A if you just let me know what's going on over there.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Absolutely, that would be fantastic.
Let me just take,
Yeah, finally try to settle over here.
let's just cut so that you don't have Petrov Shaw over there.
We also have a request for D. I can give you an update.
Joe was kidding. They were
Oh, Joe.
reacting to what I was doing. No, we will finally give in and switch our
And
coverage
show
over to A
our
if
viewers
we
what they've
have
been asking
to.
for.
So,
And then it was Faircloth?
well, I would.
And Chris is delivering his
Yes, he
the
is.
hammer.
Is this
His
hammer?
last rock. Yeah, it is
Okay.
hammer.
It appears that they already have.
Oh, and did it pick?
It picked.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it appeared that they had at least Shotstone was yellow. I'm not sure if they had more than one.
I think so, but maybe they only had one. I'm not sure.
Possible.
We're gonna have to see when they hang the score here.
Right. Yeah, that's really a shame, when, especially with a last shot like that. You get a pick.
Yeah, that was terrible luck, and it was one yellow.
Okay.
So they're getting ready to shoot first. So it's 5-4 right now.
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. Yeah. 7. No, wait a minute.
I believe that Bialek is going to be leading by 1 here at the end of 7.
Yeah, so
And
5-4.
5-4. Yeah.
I was right.
I thought you said tied at 4.
Oh no no
Sorry,
no! 5-4.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I have to enunciate.
Either that or
Oh,
I
it
have to
looks like it
open up my
picked,
ears.
Sean. I don't think they burned it. It was absolutely offline.
Actually, it's possible that they burned it. Because even with a pick, you wouldn't kick the rock.
That's true.
You know, right off the bat. But with a burn, you would. I mean, yeah, there's no point at that point. I'm going to go with a burn for now.
Okay.
With the evidence that we have. And, either way, score of 1 for Faircloth there. So we're now going to be in the 8th end with Faircloth trailing 5-4, Bialik with hammer. And the center guard is up already for Team Faircloth.
It's a nice center guard. Almost done with the 8th on D.
Okay.
Currently it's 6-4. Lindstrom over Bykowski.
What do we have over
Byko,
there?
I think, is sitting 1 currently. He's
Yep.
got a little pesky yellow in the middle there. It looks like he's trying to
Promote,
hit out.
raise
his,
his own
right.
into that one and get rid of it. At that point, I'm not certain, but he could be looking at 3 or 4 if he can.
Potentially.
Yeah. Yes. We have a takeout attempt here for the sweepers have been on it really hard the whole way, but it looks like they're going to get a piece. Oh no, they flash it. And so we have Bialik, who's the shot stone over here on the right-hand side of the sheet. And looks like Chris originally was thinking about drawing behind the guard just off center. Actually, he's going back to that. He considered the takeout briefly, the hit and roll, but is coming back to drawing behind the guard almost on the center line here. Looking for top 8, full 8 foot. Thank you, Kat. But this one isn't curling, and so they're going to attempt to bump off their rock on the 12 foot, come into the center a little more. It's going to be biting the top 8 and give Team the opportunity to attempt the double.
Interesting results on D there.
Oh, what happened here?
Well, I was away from the booth for a minute or so.
And all of a sudden.
And it looks quite different.
Yeah, it's is
Lindstrom sitting
now.
1.
1, and they've got guards in front. So
let me go see if I can get a better perspective.
Sure. Over here on A, while Catherine is doing that, we'll look at the takeout attempt here for it's going to be successful. Very nice shot where they eliminate both. And the shooter, which actually went back up the sheet, stayed to be a biter top 12 and is also protecting the shot stone. So a beautiful shot for Bialik there. Line 2, and now the call for Faircloth is once again is the draw behind the center guard.
So it looks like Byko's throwing a hit here, but I'm not sure. It looks wide.
We're going to get some.
Oh, he got it. All right.
Yep.
So Byko should be sitting 1. Potentially,
at least 1.
Potentially 2, because the 2 red and yellows that are sitting in there are very, very close. So it's tough to tell on the TV.
Okay.
As Vice, I'd have to measure those.
Right, sure.
Unless I could stand directly over them.
Right. Interesting that Lindstrom is looking to ignore the shot stone and is contemplating the draw. Well, he did briefly anyway, and now he's back on the other side of the sheet to look at the hit and roll. And I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Call there. You can't leave that there. And rocks are piling up here for Bialik. They've made another takeout. Are basically covering the pin with that rock. And now hit and roll.
I think Chris just called a bumper weight hit for George.
Little roll to the right-hand side would be ideal.
It would be. Looks like George is, well, I don't know, a little bit wide.
It's a little wide, but...
and hopefully it's going to move and come back a bit.
Close.
I don't know. It's not
not
going to move
get
enough.
over there.
No. It's still going to
Just
be
on the
open.
nose. Faircloth now, shot stone right there on the button. And now it'll be Bialik's turn to try for the roll, but they're going to try and roll to the other side of the sheet, to the open side of the sheet. And
for a split for 3.
That makes a ton of sense.
Sit 3.
Just sit 3, yeah.
Yep.
The takeout attempt for Lindstrom. Well, they moved the rock. They moved it out to the right-hand side of the sheet, and it would appear that the way that Biko and Brian Dauernheim are looking at the stones over here, that yellow is in fact shot because they're looking to remove it. Over on A, the takeout was made, and the roll to the far side of the sheet to be a biter, so Bialik line 3, and back to the same shot again for Faircloth, trying to figure out this ice and get a rock behind cover, full 8 foot, on just, to the right side of center, but once again, this rock is
hanging on the center line,
there,
and it's
it
heavy.
Won't come over. It is heavy.
It's going to be all the way through the house.
It's
unfortunate.
This end is looking pretty dangerous here for Faircloth.
On D, Biko is going for the hit on the yellow rock. He's got a port there, so.
Right. If he hits and sticks, he looks for sure to be 3, and then possibly 4. I'm not sure about the 4th one.
Oh.
Well, now I can tell you for sure that yellow is shot.
Yes.
After rocks come to rest here.
But Biko has a hammer this end, so.
Biko has hammer, and he has 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly 6 as rocks here. And
an update from the warm room
yes,
and broom stacking.
The
Shaw rink has opened a bottle of 10-year Lafroig Scotch.
All right.
Lafroig was one of my personal favorites,
really?
although I prefer the 18.
You prefer the 18?
I do.
Yes, over, on sheet A, line 4 here. And now Chris looking at maybe coming the other way, hitting the rock that is biting the 8 foot over the right-hand side of the sheet. Possibly for the double, possibly a hit in the inside roll. Something that will help his team scramble out of a pretty bad mess right now.
Yeah, he's got himself into a bit of a hole here. But we've seen this before, and they've managed to get themselves out every single time.
The problem with this is that this is his last shot at getting himself out.
It is. Well, actually, no, he's got 2 rocks.
Does he?
Yeah.
Did I miss one?
Yeah, you can't see it back there, so he...
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's right. Okay. Calvin was hiding it with his feet there. Okay, so this is his first shot. And looking to hit. I would think hopefully trying to get an inside roll for Chris, and we'll see what happens. sheet D, once again we kind of turned our back and come back to it, and all of a sudden it's Lindstrom lying 2 over here, and
Sweeper's going hard on Baiko's rock.
yes, it looks like it's a draw
Hammer. Draw to the 4.
the 4 foot. You need to
Looks
bite
like he's
4,
got it.
and this looks good. Nice score of 1 there. Nice draw
Nice save
for David.
Yep, and 6 to 5.
Yep, that's going to narrow the lead to 1. So Lindstrom over Bykowski after 8 ends.
George calling for a sweep.
And now off. Now off. And no inside roll.
Nope.
But it comes in for second shot for Faircloth. For the moment anyways, has cut Bialik to 1 where it used to be 4. So,
Of course, Bialik has hammer at this end.
yes.
So can't count anything out yet.
Where is it, Brian? Is that like a 2-3? Guard, yeah. That's okay. Jumbling these up now, back. Whoa. All right. Good shot.
We have chairs in our broadcast booth, but we end up standing a lot.
Yeah, if the action isn't here right in front of us on sheet B, then really the best angle is to get up out of your chair and take a look.
No, I want to hit this side.
It's still not the greatest because we don't have the proper angle on, whether stones are buried or not, but it's better than
It's true.
down here in your chair.
But I have to say, as someone who has been away from Potomac and traveling or working when we're broadcasting spiels, I quite enjoy watching our broadcasts.
And listening.
And listening, yeah. And actually doing the broadcasting.
There you go. That one took an odd turn. Oh, no, they wanted it in for sure.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that was really light. To 2 guard.
So we have now Faircloth looking for a way to come in and be shot, and hopefully behind some cover. I mean, here we go again. We're looking at making a draw around this guard that is proven to be impossible to curl around.
And it's their own guard.
It is. But now he is looking at something right on the center line, biting top 4, as where he wants this to end. And look the amount of ice he's giving himself. Catherine, he is giving himself
not a lot.
4 inches of ice to make this shot.
Pretty much.
They're expecting.
But it's not curling
no
all that
curling
much.
at all. Yeah, there's no curl at all. If this line is to be believed, or where Chris believes the line is. So we'll see what happens.
I'm not out there, but I'm inclined to go with it.
Well, we've seen shot after shot after shot go wide here, so at some point you got to tighten it up and believe.
Line's good.
Rock is on the way. Sweepers are on it right away.
They are. Riding left hand of center line, and now it's starting to move.
Now it's starting to move. Yeah.
They need to dig in hard.
It's on the guard.
Oof.
Keep going, guys.
Yep, don't come off.
This way. No.
Okay, so when that one comes to rest, it's did we decide on Bialik?
I think it's Bialik.
Anyways, is line 1.
Yep.
And looks like draw here for the second point.
Right now we have
Violet. The consensus is Violet, so
Yes.
that's what we're going with until Peter himself tells us otherwise.
What's that?
Until Peter himself tells us otherwise.
Right, exactly.
Let us know for sure.
The last thing we want to do is mispronounce someone's name on the broadcast.
Well, if you keep going with both, you'll be right most, at least half the time. So.
There you go. That's right. One does one, one
Well,
does the other, right?
but if you're
Say hello to Brady Gould.
Sure. Sure. Mark Mooney came over and is asked us to pass along hello to Brady Gould and to let him know that he is missed. And we're happy to do that. Brady, of course, was part of the team for Team Petrov when they did go to Club Nationals. He was their lead.
okay.
And is not here this year.
David, was it 2 for Bialik?
I didn't see.
I didn't
'cause
either, and
Mark
I
came
tried to
over.
get the information, but we don't know yet
Yeah,
until they
no.
hang the score.
No, I didn't see because I was speaking with Mark when the stone came over. But we'll let you know as soon as we know what the score is. In the meantime, Violet did score.
He did.
And
He did.
so
They're throwing first.
They are throwing first, and
So we know that
sweeping sweeping it in. So they're trying to get this rock into the ring. So they're
Oh,
going to do it.
Jeff says it's just 1
Okay.
for Bialik. I was actually going to ask the viewers because they might have a better perspective.
They-
We're
they
trying to
may-
watch 3 sheets at once.
Well,
so.
they may not have been distracted by Mooney coming over and asking.
True.
One viewer actually did report that it was 1.
It was
There we
1,
go.
right. Thanks,
we'll,
Mike.
We'll go with that then. And they have posted 1.
It
so
did post 1, all right.
It looks like it is 6-4.
6-4,
For Bialik now.
going into the 9th end.
All right. Corner guard coming up for Fairclough. It's a good guard.
There was a question about sheet D. In the 8th end, Dave Bukowski did take 1 point.
Yep.
So it is 6
6
to
to
5 through 8.
Yep. And looks like they're sitting 2 right now for Byko.
Yep.
I was just going to give an update on Charlie as well, but got some team members standing in the way. Yeah, that was a really nice double by Stefanik. It's 9 to 6 currently. Stefanik over Robinson going into the 9th. Well, almost actually nearly concluding the 9th. They've got just a couple of rocks here left to throw.
Yeah, they're moving right along now.
Yeah, they are. They tend to play at a pretty quick pace. I've timed them a couple of times over the last couple of days.
So we're in A. We have a promote takeout attempt here for Violet, and they removed their own stone. They moved another one of their stones over behind cover on the left-hand side of the sheet in the 8-foot. And what we have now appears to be a promote attempt.
By Calvin.
By Calvin on the yellow stone that is behind the red stone. Actually, no, it's not going to be a promote. It looks like they're just a straight draw, but it's going to wreck on the guard here.
It's going to wreck on their guard. Interesting.
That guard comes into the pile here and draws.
Calvin is not happy about that.
A broom beating with ice, sort of. Sorry, ice being beaten by broom. I can't talk over that game.
It's only 9:15, David.
I know. Well, you know, I didn't have a long enough nap today.
I didn't have a nap today. Maybe that.
Well, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows the story from yesterday, I took an extended nap in the afternoon, and as the fifth player for one of the teams here, when they called a timeout during my nap, I was supposed to go out on the ice and lend my ample expertise to the situation. And somebody attempted to come to the couch and wake me up and wasn't successful, so they had to do the timeout without me. But it was a really good nap.
Baiko's first shot for a takeout was a success. They rolled in maybe a little bit far. They might be open on the left-hand side.
We might be able to see some of that, yeah.
Yeah, but they have really high guard just right over the hog line. And looks to be a 2 guard, both on opposite sides of the center line. So they've got some cover out there.
And they're looking at options in terms of running back some of these red stones.
And Calvin's shot.
Which might be a good idea here. It's getting a lot of clutter for Team Lindstrom there.
And so right now on Alpha, the sheet is open. Or the house is clear.
There's nothing in the house.
Nothing in the house
there
currently.
Are guards out front.
Calvin's takeout was a success. They lost the shooter.
That's clean. That's all right. We got it. That's good.
Draw attempt here for Team Bialik, and it's going to go, I believe,
goes to the back 12.
No, it's going to stick around.
No, it's sticking in the back there.
Yep. So Faircloth will attempt the same draw, only hopefully above the tee line behind cover.
A draw or a hit?
And Calvin raises his arms to say, we need backing here.
Yeah.
So it's heavy. And,
it doesn't really look like draw weight.
No, that does not look like draw weight.
Not even.
So looks like they're going to come down to the rock display.
Yeah, just punch it out the back.
Hit. Yep. So Faircloth line 1 now.
Yep.
Sweepers are holding this one, and they're going to make the takeout and a roll. Nice roll again to.
Their rolls the back 8.
Back 8.
Yep.
And once again, we'll look for a draw from the third for Team Faircloth, George Shirk. It's less weight than the last one, that's for sure. Looks like it's
Looks like it floated
heavy.
way out.
It's wide and heavy again.
Yeah, I know. We're losing the pebble here. These rocks are floating.
Oh, and that flashes right through.
Yep.
We can do that.
You don't see George miss very often.
Not 2 in a row like that, that's for sure.
No.
But yeah, that one was almost as much weight as the previous stone. The previous stone was a solid hit on the stone in the back of the house. So. Well, it leaves Violet line 1, and now the call to once again attempt to make the draw.
Looks like Team Stefanik is trying to run Robinson out of yellow rocks, peeling some guards.
Yeah, they are coming home here with a 2-point lead.
Yep, 9-7.
And
Robinson scored in the ninth.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Sweeping right out of his hand. They're called really tight, and I'm not sure if they're okay now.
I don't know.
Come on their guard.
Looks like it's going to be on their
No,
guard.
it's definitely going to be on the guard.
Yeah.
And they're attempting to promote that guard. And they promoted it in such a way as to make it, more difficult for the draw, but it didn't get to the race.
No, nothing's on.
So this will be Chris Fairclough's first shot, and again the draw attempt. Around all the junk in the center. See if he can do what others have not been able to.
And we're headed into the 10th on sheet delta. Looks like Baiko just took 2 for a lead of 1, 7-6 over Lindstrom.
They're really sweeping this hard.
Sweep hard, hard,
They
hard.
got it by. Now they're attempting to make it count, and
George
raises
seems happy.
his broom, so we'll see.
It's not shot.
Correct. It's second shot.
Second
Your
shot.
second shot.
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't quite get there. So what do you think here, Catherine? Take out?
I think so, with that ice.
Yeah, I can't imagine a draw here.
No. It's kind of a down weight. Seems like they're floating out a bit too.
Right. Don't rush this at all.
No.
And even with
Whoa.
that, I mean, that's very quiet weight.
It is.
And
Wow,
actually,
they
it
just
bumps-
punched them. They
yeah, it
punched
bumps them into the
Fairclothson for shot.
Yep, they bumped into be shot, so
And
Chris
this is
will
hammer
come-
for Chris.
they'll come around the other side of the sheet here and attempt to try to score 2. If they do, this game will be tied coming home.
It will be.
You might. Yeah, that's the Hail Mary.
We had a game that went to the 11th earlier today.
The,
Nice comment, Sean.
pass to that.
It's got to be here, T-line.
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, I can't either. To tell you the truth, I have no idea because
That
it
has
certainly
danger written all over it.
wasn't, yeah, it wasn't weight enough for anything approaching a takeout, so guarding maybe, but That isn't much of a call there. Here's the
Although
hammer.
Chris's
and they
shot,
are,
and it is curling hard.
Yeah, they are.
And it looks like they are into their guards.
Yeah, into the guards.
So it's going to be 1 for the Faircloth rink.
So Violet will continue to lead the game 6-5 after 9 ends and have Hammer coming home 1 up. Okay, center line guard called for Michael Fry to throw.
Chris asking for a tight guard.
Nice 2-3 guard, center line.
Yeah, I guess it's not that tight.
No.
Yes, third nerd, Petrov Shaw was over a while ago. 9-3 was the final score. They shook in the 7th.
Well, we have now a biter, top 12, and the center line guard over here on A.
Wow, and that's floating out.
Yes.
I think that's going to be a flash.
Yeah, that's long gone.
Yeah.
Never had a chance.
No.
And now the call here to
Did you see what happened with the first one, David?
the first one.
The red one.
I believe it was a called throw through, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
That's very interesting with only a one-shot lead.
Yeah, I can't say that I would have done that.
I'm not in favor of that at all.
No.
I mean, I'm just assuming it was thrown very hard or thrown not near anything in the house. So.
How about that?
Thanks, Mike.
They are sweeping this hard for line.
They are sweeping it hard. But
And they got it by
they got
there.
It by.
Did they
Look
get
at
by
that.
here? They got it by here. Beautiful shot. Nicely done. Nice stone.
Very
Calvin
nice
Weber
shot.
there. And now the run back attempt for
There are those 2 yellow rocks on
second
the
for the Violet
inner
team.
half and outer half of the top 12.
Boom, boom. He leaves the redstone as a center guard up front.
Yep.
Moves 2 of the Faircloth stones. They are lying 2. And now the call to place another guard
On the
in
right-hand
front on
side
the
of
right-hand
center
side.
line, yeah.
Makes a bit of sense, Catherine, because the other side isn't curling at all.
Yeah.
So if something is going to curl, it's going to be over here on the right-hand side
Oh,
of the sheet.
although Calvin's rock is...
Picked.
Yeah, it has to have picked.
Off it went.
Way out of line.
Yeah. Really a shame.
That's frustrating. We've had some crazy, crazy picks here all day long.
All day long. There was one pick
Usually
here
on very critical shots, which is
Indeed.
unfortunate.
We had one pick here on B with a spot just off center where the rock.
Wow, and this
literally
floats
did a
way
full
out and
turn.
flashes through.
What is going on here?
Another miss by Bialik.
That wasn't even close.
It wasn't close, no. So is George trying to put back the, or to put a guard?
Put a guard and hopefully
where
not
Calvin
hit
tried.
that. Just hopefully not hit that spot on the ice,
Right,
wherever it
right.
is. This one
It's still
looks
it's
heavier.
moving a lot though. It's going to be into the red
It is
guard
into the
and
red.
maybe get a little split over. Not,
No,
not
yeah,
really.
Not really. Okay, so it is coming, pretty heavy on this side of the sheet. So,
And Baiko had a hit for, they're sitting 1 right now.
Yes, they are now sitting 1.
Yep. They have a
But,
few
this
rocks
is-
left.
Well, this is setting up for Lindstrom, though. If he noses this to be line 2 and be in really
Yep.
good shape there to score his 2, that he needs to win the game. Takeout made by Team Faircloth and roll behind cover right beside the button. Faircloth now lying 2.
And it's calling for,
I think calling for the takeout, but once again, we know this side of the sheet and it doesn't move.
very, very straight.
We'll see. It's a very quiet wait, though.
Takeout or a bump up?
No,
Or no, wait a minute.
Look at this.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Look at this.
Oh,
We finally got a rock on that side of the sheet to actually move.
we did, and looks like they're set up nicely for a double.
Over on D, Lindstrom successfully nose hits and lies 2. With, I believe,
Apparently.
Skip's rocks to go. So,
Yes, and they have hammer,
yes, they do.
so they're down by 1.
Like I said, it's set up
This
pretty
is
good for them right now.
moving quick, and they're not going to get the
They're
double.
not going to get the double.
No.
And it rolls to the left side of the sheet, and right
Chris-
away, Chris calls for replacing the guard.
Yep.
Yeah, he's committed now. That rock on the 4-foot right beside the button is going to have to count, or this game's going to be over. Hit and roll out by Team Bykowski. So the call here is going to be to draw to the open side of the sheet. And actually, no, it looks like they're coming the other way. They're going to come to the center of the sheet. An interesting call here. Normally, you would attempt to split the house and have these rocks as far away from one another as possible.
The center guard that Chris threw is looking pretty good. It's
It does look good.
moving, maybe.
No, it looks good. That's going to curl in nicely.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice,
Very nice shot.
Yep. So this will be the first Skips rock for Bialik.
Looks like he's going
Attempting
to
the
clear
run
that.
back. Clear it or attempt the run back, one or the other. You gotta be careful with the run back. You gotta make it, or else you're
Clear
gonna
it
sit
by
there.
running it back, I think, is what
Well,
he's looking for.
Yeah, I mean, he has to get to that rock somehow.
Yeah.
So you either clear it and, see if
You don't wanna jam.
Faircloth can, replace the guard, and then you do run back of your stone over here to attempt to get rid of the shot stone. Or you do it now. So we'll see. Sweepers
They're
right
riding
away.
on the left-hand side of the center line.
They're holding it. There we go.
Oh, wow.
shot.
Very nice shot by
Beautiful
Bialik.
shot. Yeah. And they are now shot. So once again, Chris is left with figuring this tricky line down the center line here and how much ice to give yourself because he needs to get one in counting.
Yep.
And hopefully behind some cover. Or this game is over. Over on sheet A quickly, the draw came back. I think it's biting
Sheet
the 4
D.
foot. Sheet D, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
And they're Lindstrom lying to. I think, judging by the ice here, that David is attempting, Baikowski is attempting a freeze to that stone.
No, that's okay.
Ooh.
It's coming back.
It's got some
Looks
weight to it,
yeah,
though. It looks heavy.
Yeah, it does look heavy.
It is heavy.
It is heavy, and it's going to leave
Oof.
Lindstrom with an open hit for what would be 3. He only needs 2
Potentially
to win.
3, yeah.
But as long as he can remove this rock and leave 2 yellow stones in the rings, he will win the game. Over on A.
George is calling
draw
hard,
attempt.
hard.
Sweepers
Off.
get it by the guard.
Beautiful draw for Chris
It
Faircloth.
comes to the back 4 foot, and he's shot. And Chris has done what he needed to do. Come with a guard or a shot that is now guarded. And it looks like Bialik is looking right away at the raised
back.
takeout
Yeah.
to win the game. If he removes the yellow stone, the game will be over. If he doesn't remove the stone, then we'll go to an extra end.
And then we get bonus coverage.
Exactly. Last stone here on sheet D, Lindstrom.
The run
attempting
back
the
would be
takeout.
for the win, Sean. Yes, you're correct.
And the sweepers are on it. Looks pretty good. And yes,
Yep.
he does make the shot. And Lindstrom is going to score 3 in the 10th and win this game by a score of
9 to 7.
9 to 7.
They have a minute 32. Did Faircloth really have 7 seconds left? Oh, after the stone came to rest? That's nice. Way to go. Way to use them. Use them.
Okay.
Lots of
here's
warm
the
room
hammer.
commentary going on here.
Here's Hammer. And the attempt to do the raise takeout. The sweepers are on this.
Run it hard. And it's
Yeah,
moving.
And no.
And, oh,
It hits
we
the
are
guard.
going into an
And a
11th
score of
end.
1 for Team Faircloth, tying it up, and we'll go extras here.
All right.
The actual webcast?
Yes. Yes, we're on TV, Catherine. How about that?
Fantastic. I like bonus coverage.
Why are we here?
Always,
We're here to watch curling.
always root for bonus coverage.
Sure. You've got to be kidding. Can I go home yet?
Oh,
I've
come
only
on,
been
David.
here all day.
I have also been here
Yes,
all day, and I
you've been here all
think
day.
longer than you.
me. Yeah, that's right.
So I do not want to hear any
All right.
complaining.
No bitching by me then.
Yay, bonus curling. Yes, Sean, I'm of the same
Yay.
mind as
Yay,
you.
bonus curling.
Yay.
Oh boy. Here we go. Bialik will have hammer in the extra end, and I'm sure, center guard being asked for
Yep.
Mr. Fry.
Michael's been shooting well over the past few days.
Well, that's a change. So it's,
Well, you know, his consistency goes
every
back and
once in a while,
forth. It's been
blinds-
quite consistent for
blind
this
squirrel
tournament.
and all that. So, yeah. This is a higher guard, but center line, very nice. I like putting up the higher guard early.
David, you're getting admonished by Sean. He was saying that
Admonished?
no one goes home
No
early.
one goes home.
Yeah.
That's
Or
right.
yet.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's a yet there. Could have just been
That's
no one goes
okay.
home.
Cooler heads prevail.
Yes, sir. Are you asking me a technical question, Mr. Morelowitz? Come on. All I do is talk. The first stone for Violet goes into the rings, into the corner. And now the call here is what exactly?
A hit? Or a draw? I think a draw, actually.
Is a draw.
Nice shot, Michael.
Very nicely done.
Looks like it tucked in there.
It sure did, and it's going to come 12 foot, I think.
No.
Did it get there or
Not
not? We have no idea if
quite.
it got there or not. We do have an idea if it got there
No,
or
it's
not.
off.
That's fantastic.
It's off
what
the
a,
rings.
No, what a great shot there. 2 perfect guards by Michael Fry here for
Yeah.
the extra end. That's great.
What was, and Bialik
Is come in. Yep, has 2 stones over in that corner. And now third stone, I'm would be looking for a top 4 behind cover here, and then game on. We'll see what happens from there.
Yep. Oh.
And
Did
of course,
that pick?
Of course, it could pick and ruin everything, which happened again here.
That's hard to understand. That's apparently still in play.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Well, the unfortunate pick goes against Team Faircloth, and now Violet will attempt the first removal of one of the guards on the high guard, and it picks.
And it picks as well.
And off it goes to the other
and
way.
flies out to the
so,
right.
I mean, this is starting to be ridiculous. So we're back to draw behind cover time for Calvin. The second for Team Faircloth, Calvin Weber, is going to attempt once again the draw around the 2 center guards. We'll see what happens if he can avoid whatever this spot in the ice is that makes the rocks go haywire.
Looks like he's around the guard.
It's around
Top
the first
guard.
one. Let's see if it's around the second one. It
He's
is
by,
around the
he's
second
by.
one. And now it's coming
And he's into the 8 foot.
The 8 foot. And
looks to be shot. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably shot.
I would, if I had to say, I would say yes.
I'd put $5 on it.
Okay, here we go. But it is close, and Violet's looking at it as to what to do. Not sure how much of it he can see, but. They're still going to make a play on the top guard, which I think is the correct call here.
It's a smart call.
Yeah. The longer that you leave that guard there, the worse that end is going to be for you as we get more rocks in play here. So.
I don't know what's with our ice, David, recently, but I don't think I've ever seen this many picks.
Part of the reason for it, Catherine, is that we are not used to having our ice be used for 10 ends.
It's true. But even in the club play, like Capital League or Thursday League,
you'd be amazed what a difference between an 8-end game and a 10-end game is for Pebble, and how long it's going to last. And so here we are at the 10th end. We're probably looking at next to no pebble being left on the ice, and then things flat spot
get wonky,
and all of a sudden off it goes. And it's really unfortunate because obviously we're at the very, most critical point of the game, and now we're into end 11.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, we're now into end 11, and
Terrible
I'm
pick.
pretty much going to say that.
But
we're
interestingly enough,
oh look, it's going to
could
turn
end
again.
up. Well, all right.
Wow.
Not counting.
No. But no, we're at the point where there's nothing left there, and
Yeah, and they're in the 11th, so.
as soon as we get to a big enough stretch, a rock is just going to go, anywhere it wants, but probably not where you want.
You're right, Brandon. The pebble has been an issue.
You bet. Okay, Bialik removes the remaining guard out front, and now decision time for Chris. What he wants to do here, he's calling for another center guard, and I think we still have time in the end. That's the correct call. My worry is that with you not being able to count on where this rock is going to end up, that strategy is going to take a back seat to ice conditions at this point as to who wins this game.
Both teams have about 5 minutes left on their clocks.
Okay, no problem there. Okay, so a guard has been put up, and Bialik again asking for it to be removed. We're at the last of the Vice Roxes.
Yep.
Sound like all of them here, and Skips Rocks to come. Nose hit on that guard, so something to be used for Team Faircloth here.
Yep, still a guard up there.
Yep. So here's the first shot for Faircloth on the way. About to be on the way. It's not on the way yet. A little light sweeping of it
A little bit
by the front end, but for the most part they're leaving it go. Now they're on it.
Yep. Gotta go hard. He's around the guard.
He is around the guard, and now they're going to get off it, now get back on.
Oh.
And
Gotta tuck in.
I'm not sure. It looks like they tucked in some, but I don't think it's fully buried.
I don't think it's fully buried either.
Leaving a hit for Violet
The
here.
broom for the hit.
Yeah, that's a bit more broom than normal for a hit there, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure at this point he's just trying to make absolutely sure that he removes it, and that's all that matters.
With these ice conditions, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You don't really know
guess.
what's going to happen.
Right.
It's a mystery.
Well, we'll see what happens.
John Hale is online. I'm glad you can see it, John.
-40.
We have people with brooms in the air here. I don't know what's going on. So. Calvin is looking
One
at
of
the
the
roof.
players went to the restroom on Bialik's rink.
Oh, okay. So we have a bathroom break here for
Yes.
Team Bialik, and it's nice to have that amount of time in your extra end that you can just go for.
Yeah, there was a
tea break,
discussion this
so-
afternoon in a game about the amount of time given for the extra end and how it's, for the most part, a lot more.
There we go.
Lots of cheering for
A
the
lot
player
more
returning to
time
the ice.
than you'd be given per end in
Nearly
the regular
forgetting
game.
his broom.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I haven't really understood. You're giving the teams another timeout if they've used them.
Right.
So why aren't you giving them 7.5 minutes like everybody gets for like a normal end? It's
I
a
don't
normal
know.
end.
You've got 9 minutes
Yeah.
for the
So
extra end.
No idea why, but you have enough time that somebody can exit and enter. Here we go.
Interestingly, riding the center line.
Right in the center line, and that is
all the way down.
That is not moving, ladies and gentlemen.
And it just started to move.
Now it is.
It's
Nope,
flashed.
it's gone.
Wow.
It is gone.
Huge miss.
So this rock, which is top 8, and
calling a guard.
now discussion now about what to do with this last rock for Team Faircloth. Where to place it? Place it top 12 or a real guard. They seem to be the two options being discussed here. And they have plenty of time here, folks, for discussion on this last shot, so the time is not going to be an issue here.
They do. They've got 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Bialik's got about 3 minutes left. 2:54.
All right. Well, the broom is down, and that is a lot of broom, Catherine.
That is that's a lot of ice.
I think
wow.
We're looking at, it looks to me, if we're giving that much broom, oh, now it's been moved in somewhat.
Okay.
That we're looking at the guard, probably your side of the center line. And I think that's a good call.
My side of center line? We're both on the same side of the center line.
Your side of center line, as opposed to my side of the center line.
Right.
But I think that's a good call. Force him to make the good draw on ice that is unpredictable is never a bad thing. So.
Incredibly unpredictable.
Yeah.
Right now. It's going to have to curl a bit, though. They need to bring the sweepers off.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of weight to this.
It starts
here
going.
It comes.
Looks like the 2 guard, maybe?
Here it comes. Here it comes. Okay.
All right, George is happy with it.
And so that leaves for Hammer here in the extra end a draw for Team Bialik to basically bite the forefoot.
Yep.
And they're going to win. If that doesn't happen, then Team Faircloth will win, and they will advance to the National Club Championship if they win this game. So we'll see what happens. And now they are looking at the hit.
They are. They have time.
They have a timeout.
Got 2 minutes left.
And a timeout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The clock is still running.
And they've he has decided, I think. He basically called off everyone and said, I'm going to do the draw. So
Well, he's the skip.
He's the
so
skip,
it's his
and
prerogative.
This is his shot.
Well,
so
he's the one that has to throw it, too.
He has to do what he feels most comfortable with, and this is the draw. So here we go. Hammer is on the way.
Oh, wow.
It is out. I think those sweepers like the weight here.
Yeah, they seem to.
And here it comes. Are they going to make it? And no.
No.
I believe
think
it
it's
is yellow.
Faircloth.
I
believe
it
it's
does
yellow.
look like a yellow.
But they are going to measure. I'm certain
Yeah, they're going to measure.
For this, for that shot of this
Yes.
game, that is worth a
That
measure.
is incredible,
And the official
ladies
is
and
making his
gentlemen.
way down the ice.
It is
Slowly.
close enough for a measure. Here we believe it is yellow. We believe Team Faircloth has won and won the championship, but the umpire here will make that decision for us.
We think it's yellow too, Sean.
Yep.
And we've just lost camera feed again. Nothing on the ice is going to change. I'll see if I can't get it back up.
Do we have audio, Mike?
We should still have audio.
Yeah,
the
we
only
should
thing
still
lost
have
was
audio.
our camera overlays.
Okay. We've only
but
lost the camera, folks.
There's no rocks in play or in motion anymore. We'll
Correct.
just watch the. We will watch the official.
We'll watch
I will
the measure.
Start
the
the
measure
camera.
and
There we
see-
go. I've got.
Got something? Here we go.
I've got the measure online at least. I'll get
Can
the
we do
house
the
cam.
house cam?
Cut it to the house
And
And it's
it's
cam.
yellow.
It is yellow.
And,
Faircloth wins.
Faircloth has won the GNCC Club Championship with that win.
Wow.
There we are. They go undefeated.
Dramatic
here,
end.
And there is no team that can, with a record that is able to catch them. So
Nope. Undefeated.
we're done. Congratulations to them. And they will represent the GNCC at the National Club Championship in Minnesota in March.
Yep.
Good for them. Well, we were happy to bring you the exciting conclusion here of play this evening here at Potomac Curling Club. I want to thank Mike Zell for hitting all the buttons and making our presentation look great, and to my friend Catherine for sitting and
Standing.
standing, running
Standing,
back and
calling
forth,
games.
getting updates and doing all the that sort of thing. And
I just
lending
need a
her-
remote headset. And
There you
then,
go.
Then it'd be good.
But lending her expertise as well, and I always enjoy doing this. So hopefully we'll
Yep.
have a chance soon to do this again. But, for both of them and for myself, thanks for tuning in, everyone. And this is going to conclude our coverage.
Yeah, I think for tonight it's concluding our coverage. I'm not sure if they're broadcasting at all tomorrow. I know there's a 9 a.m.
I'm not sure if they're even going to play.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's over. So
Well, but they need to determine second.
I
So
suppose they do.
if there is a reason that
Yeah,
the
no,
Faircloth rink cannot
You're
attend,
absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. So I guess
So,
they will play,
I
and
think
I'm not
people still have to
sure.
play.
You know, I'm not sure if anybody's going to be here to do it, but if they are, then you'll see it, and
potentially we'll be streaming, maybe not broadcasting.
we
but
may not be broadcasting in the streaming. That's right. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. And,
Thank you so much.
We will see all of you down the road.
Signing off.